morning guys, it is Monday morning. It is November the 5th and I'm thinking of having a little bit of an off day. I'm quite tired. I think I just overdid it slightly this weekend, meeting so many people. But it's okay, I had a lot of fun, so the kind of joy of it will last for a long time. But today I'm just, yeah, I'm tired. However, I need to get up at 6 in the morning. I need to go to bed early in the evening. I need to keep that schedule. I previously, when I've been sick, I kind of offsetted my schedule. Both I will get a schedule that mismatches with Christopher's, but also I actually don't feel very much better just because I get more sleep. I usually actually feel worse if I get more sleep. So I was up at 6 o'clock this morning and I've been taking it very slowly. So I've been awake almost 3 hours, and what I've been doing is watching some knitting podcasts, and I've been knitting. I'm almost this shirt that I'm knitting, which is called On the Grass by Joji Locatelli. Trying to learn everything about it so that I can tell you. It has a kind of the top part of it, the joke, I think it's called the joke, is rib knitting. And yesterday I did the back part, as I showed you, all the way down to where you put it together for the armholes. And this morning I picked up my special stitches at the top. You do a crochet around your knitting needle, and then you knit in the crochet. And when you have knitted it as long as you want to, you go back and then you just pull out the crochet and you get new stitches, so you can just continue stitches, so you get like no hem at the shoulder, which I think is super cool. But I started with those and I have gone down and I'm almost finished with the joke part. I think I have 6 rows left of the joke, and then I'm going to continue with the other stitches. I think I want to do a little Excel sheet just to see how many stitches I can do, if it's enough stitches to actually enter the proper NaNoWriMo competition for the gifts. I'm not sure that it is, because I'm doing a worsted weighted shirt or sweater, pullover sweater. In Sweden, the word shirt is for any kind of shirt. It's a t-shirt, then it's the, you know, short-sleeved t-shirt, any kind of shirt, there's a whole bunch of different, but you use shirt for basically everything. So it's hard for me to kind of, yeah, but it's a sweater, it's a pullover sweater, it's, yeah, but it's a pullover sweater, and that is what I'm knitting. It's actually, I kind of like it. I think it's gonna be really good. And one of the things I really like with it is gonna kind of have a pretty open neckline. And this is something, when I'm very drawn to any kind of shirt that has like a good, nice neck, bulky neckline, but I never wear them because I love wearing scarves in different shapes and forms. Right now I'm using these, but I have a couple of knitted ones that I use for winter, and I like using them. And if you have a bulky kind of top of the of your shirt, you can't really have a scarf. So, and also I really started to kind of like having a open neckline, kind of breathing and all of those things. So yeah, I'm really happy with the pattern right now. It knits up pretty good. We'll see when we come further down. Maybe I just get bananas as I usually do, but I really like it now, so that's awesome. But yeah, that's enough knitting for the day. No, I'm gonna knit more, but I might not need to talk about it. But I think I'm gonna try to see if I can get a couple of vlogs edited and maybe a card tutorial that I have been lying around that I need to be edited. I got stopped in my momentum with my computer getting broken. I do have the other one, but I don't know, it's not the same. It's not the same, it's not my computer. So but I have edited on it and actually got a couple of videos out, but the momentum kind of got slowed down, so now I have to restart again, and it's taking me a little while. And that I basically had the whole weekend booked, which is not how it usually is for me. I usually don't have the weekends booked. I usually rest, and me and Christopher do just slow things, and for the past few weeks we have had so many things booked, and for the next upcoming weeks I have so much booked. So yeah, this has been a crazy fall. It continues to be a crazy fall. However, I'm seeing a slight change. It's not a big one, but a slight change in my migraine is slowly tipping off. I have noticed that I can actually go down to half a pill for my painkillers instead of having a full pill for my painkillers. That is really, really good. Just seeing that slight change is actually making me a little bit more happy. I'm hoping that this is gonna go forward, it's actually gonna work, and I'm gonna just feel super by January. But yeah, good morning guys, I hope you have an awesome day. This has ended up being a knit kind of day. It's actually a very dreary day. It is raining outside, we have the piling outside, just dunky. And I did make a schedule, or made an appointment with a friend of mine to have lunch tomorrow. So I decided that, well, because of that, and I really want to have the energy for that, I'm just taking this day easy. So I've been watching some knitting podcasts. It was a while. I'm kind of just picking up the latest episodes of the podcast that I usually kind of watch. I think it's one of those, I'm a periodic crafter, very much periodic crafter, and because it was been so hot this summer, I really haven't knitted at all this summer. And I have a pair of socks, but yesterday I did start my sweater, and I really want to finish this sweater. I really want to be able to wear it because I love knitted sweaters, but I usually kind of figure out that I want knitted sweater at the wrong time of the year. But also I'm kind of very specific of what kind of sweater I want. There's a few things. One is that I can't have those really big necklines because I have a tendency to scrunch a little bit, so it doesn't look good at all on me. So and also I actually have a pretty short neck, so and that is all there is out there. So I'm knitting my own, and that is what's probably going to be the thing of the week. It's going to be my knitting because I'm really enjoying it. However, I'm starting to get a little bit sore in my hand, and it's only 10 o'clock, so yeah, the struggle is real. But I'm brewing a cup of tea because I already had 2 cups of coffee, and I really want another cup of coffee, but then my heart starts to be funny, so no. I'm probably gonna get one later though, when the caffeine kind of have removed. But I'm gonna get a cup of tea, I'm gonna continue knitting. I'm like 4 or 5 rows away from finishing. 4 rows actually away from not finishing the whole shirt. I'm not that quick, but from finishing the big top before you kind of put them together under the armpits. So that is really, really exciting. That's super exciting. Don't know if it's gonna be 50,000 stitches. I don't know if it works for Nanny Swaymo, but I don't care. I'm gonna get a knitted sweater and it's gonna be super awesome. So yeah, even though I'm tired and exhausted and just still a little bit better day, but now I'm gonna get some tea. I got totally into my knitting and forgot all about breakfast, but this is going to be my lunch, or the start of my lunch. This is gluten-free oats that I made porridge from. So just like a deciliter of oats, 2.25 deciliter of water, a bunch of salt because the salt will really bring out the porridge. Then I added some frozen blueberries and honey, and I just mix it together. And then I'm letting the heat from the porridge heat up the blueberries, or yeah, heat up the blueberries, and the cold from the blueberries automatically then cools down the porridge, so it's edible. It's done in the microwave for 2 minutes. So that's super simple, and it's gonna be super yummy. I realized that I have read my pattern wrong. Happily, just I'm on the same row, so it haven't really affected me that much, but I saw that I needed to have 4 markers, little knit markers, like this little one. Let's see, there you are. See if I can get you to kind of... Nah, that doesn't work. It's a little one. It's a little pearly one. It's like a pearl. Yeah. I need an extra one, and I decided to make some. So I picked out my knitting marker kit. I make and sell knitting markers, so if you are in the market for any knitting markers, plug, you can find my Etsy at craftofitdyeworks.com. Anyhow, so I thought, well, if I'm taking these things out, why not make a whole bunch of them? And then I would look in the drawer and yeah, this was why I didn't. I haven't made any in about 6 months. I still have some in the store, and I'm going to put some up today. I did two little kits with dragons, and I found these pearls online, which are like glass beads, but they look crushed inside, and I thought they would be perfect for the dragon. So I have two sets of the black ones. So I made them, but I realized that I'm really running low on parts for my different for my knitting markers, and I did order, but that order never arrived. I never got it here to Sweden, so that was a little bit sad. It wasn't that much money, but it was kind of sad because it was parts I really needed. But I remembered I was on a sewing and knitting fair last year, and when we were there I found a couple of pearl places that sells beads and pearls and stuff like that, and there's one that is really affordable, almost down to the prices that I get where I usually buy them abroad. So I decided then that I should look up their online store and get some supplies through them. Now they had everything I needed, yay! So I just placed an order, quite a big order, not again in money but in the amount of stuff, so I should be able to make a couple hundred more knitting markers. So I think even 100 knitting marker sets. I love making knitting markers. It's super fun to kind of pick colors and play with them, and yeah. So I made 2 sets that I'm gonna put up in the store, and made one little itty bitty marker for myself so I can continue knitting, and that is what I'm gonna do right now. I'm metaphorically closing down the shop for today. Basically, I'm just closing down myself for today. I have not been productive at all today. I have done basically nothing. Well, I've knitted a lot. Oh god, I have knitted a lot. I have gotten quite a big chunk. I did actually finish did a front page. Can't even speak. Front piece of the shirt down to the end of the armhole, and then I joined in. I think I knitted about this much in the round for the body, It's supposed to be 14.5 inches, I think, for my size. But I'm thinking, it's an idea I have, and we'll see if that will work. I'm thinking if I should just knit like 14.5 centimeters or inches, and then leave it on the needles, and then do the arms. And when I finish the arms, if there is yarn left of all the yarn balls that I have, I can continue on the shirt. I like to have a little bit of a longer shirt. I have my tank tops. I have black tank tops that I always have on me that passes my butt. So it's basically like a small dress, more than a tank top. And I always have them, and I always have them kind of hiding my butt. This is just one thing. I have a pretty big bum. That's one of the reasons I like to kind of shorten it by just having something cover it up. But the other thing is I wear a lot of leggings, and I don't like that you can see the private parts on me. Everyone is different. Everyone can wear clothes as they want. For me, I can't wear leggings if I show the bum or basically where my legs meet. So I kind of want something to cover it a little bit, and having those kind of longer tank tops, that works great. But I really want to have a knitted shirt that is a little bit longer too. So I'm going to knit this, as it is a straight knit, I'm thinking about just knitting it so that the length is proper down to the side, and look at it, kind of thinking about it, and then do the sleeves. And then, because the sleeves are done in the same kind of ribbing that the top is done, so I'm thinking about actually finishing it off with a couple of inches of ribbing just at the bottom. So we'll see if that is how I'm going to do or not. It's an idea, but it's gonna take a lot more knitting to come to that point. I went into the living room after a while because sitting here wasn't making wonders for my body. So I sat into the sofa, I watched some movies and knitted. Then Christopher got home. We went shopping for food. We had some food at Mall Scandinavia. Then we came home and started watching some TV series. But I found myself kind of just not paying attention. So I went in here, edited one of the vlogs and uploaded that. So yeah, that's just the evening. It went very, very fast, super fast. And I've really spent, for once I actually did spend the whole day totally resting, not just resting and doing a few things. Sure, I did the editing, but the editing of that vlog didn't take long at all. And the rest of the time I had YouTube on in the background, or I had TV on in the background, and then I did my knitting. So I really rested my eyes and rested me. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna feel a little bit better tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna go out for some adventures. Maybe not the biggest adventures, but I'm gonna go out. I have a friend I haven't seen in quite some time, so we're gonna have lunch. I need to get out, I need to get air, I need to do stuff, even though I'm going to be exhausted when I go home. I'm thinking about popping into a paper craft store, or just paper store, to get a pen or two, and then maybe go down to the harbour afterwards, kind of go with her to her, kind of follow her to her job back after lunch, and then just continue down to the harbour. So maybe I can get a couple of nice photos for you tomorrow. I can take you on a little walk in the central of Stockholm. That would actually be nice, not going there to do a lot, but just taking a little bit of a walk. Maybe you like that. Yeah. Well, I'm going to head to bed right now, so good night, sleep tight, don't let bed bugs bite. Bye!